Just enough to remind me why I don't watch it. Oh, this is already funny. Just the headline. The list of moves and actions that are now banned from AEW or need to be approved by the company.
Maybe that's why Nash is pissed off, because he went for Rock and Austin and not try to duplicate him.
Well, it'd be easier to duplicate him. You only have to learn 5 moves.
Like you said, and we've all been saying, Tony Khan, you need a hierarchy, and he gets one, and then we make fun of it.
Because he's sitting back there talking about the Brock match, and finally we had a wrestling match. Finally we got 2 guys telling a story. They weren't outside in the ring the whole time. One of them
was he not watching the same match as we were?
Yeah, those games, man, I would say, like, for me, like, the best ones, I would say, are, like, the ones where they try to get a certain, like, time.
This is my entire IT team right here on screen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Live from the Nation Network, your host, Vince McShare. Good morning. It is early. What could possibly be going on this early in the morning to get me out of an early morning workout routine? Let's be honest. A bacon sandwich with some egg and cheese. That's all it takes. But no, we got other stuff to talk about today here on Wrestlechat. It's an early morning one. I got to get to work. This is going to be short. It's going to be sweet. But as soon as I saw a video, I was like, nope, not going to wait till this afternoon. We're going to do it quick and early this morning. They've dropped some of the very first video of 2K25 play footage. And we have some new details that I'm actually excited about. So, give me a second here. And we will set this all up for you. I hope. There we go. The showcase, obviously, is all things family-oriented, and you can even see by looking at some of the pictures in the background here, some of the different faces that we're going to be going through, including Umaga. We already knew he was going to be in the game. Not a big surprise there, but one of the names, or a couple of the names that have been floated around as, how do you do it without these guys? Well, they're not going to do it without these guys. These guys are going to be in the game. Take a look at this footage here. All right, so Nia Jax, this is the family bloodline story mode, and you'll, obviously like it in the past, you'll be unlocking stuff as you go. The good news is you can have alternate outcomes now. You don't have to have Nia win a match that you don't want her to win. Trust me, she won't be winning matches when I'm playing. Roman and Seth is one of the early on matchups there in the family tree line. But here's where I get a little bit more excited. Alpha and Sika are officially in the game, and it's a dream match against the Dudleys. We're also going to get a look at some of this third-person camera angle footage that has been talked about, and I'm telling you, look at it. The over-the-shoulder third person, like you would have in just about every other video game in the world. And the way this immerses you into the actual entrance, in this example, of the wrestlers, but it'll work the same in ring. It just really brings you into the action more. I've been playing more and more with the camera angles and stuff in the last couple of weeks and getting into it. But knowing that this is going to be there this time around, super excited about that. By the way, borrowing this video from my boy Dre, who borrowed it from I don't know who else, because this is like everywhere right now, but thank you, buddy. He had the cleanest version. Here are the Samoans. Alpha and Sika are in the game. Now, personally, I'd like to see them in their black trunks with the little white squares on the knees, but I am not complaining. And by the way, they look good as hell. And who's that? Hold on. Hold on. Right down there in the corner. Who is that? Hold on a minute. Let's see if we get a better look. That's Captain fucking Lou Albano. Captain Lou is in the game. Now, here's where I had my first shit moment. Because there is no ability for our modding friends to work with people on the consoles, getting a playable version of Lou may not be happening. Which is unfortunate because even in his manager days, he got in the ring as a six-man tag team partner quite often, even one-on-one with Snuka a couple times. Not that he ever wrestled. He just sat there and took the worst bumps you ever saw and then pulled out foreign objects. But Captain Lou Albano's in the game. And by the way, we're doing a table match, it appears, and the manager is at ringside. So that's another new twist on things that we don't normally get, which I've always had a problem with. It's like back in the day, it didn't matter if it was a cage match or whatever, the manager was there, at least most of the time. And this would be a friggin' dream match, would it not? The Dudleys against the Samoans. Sign me up for this. And the models look pretty spot on, too. I mean, considering you had no way of scanning them. Of course, we've seen what Creation Suite people can do. So you would think that the 2K developers would be able to match that, if not surpass that. And yet so many times they don't. And as usual, there are people out there already complaining about this model and that model, and it doesn't look right, it doesn't look right. And I'll remind you guys what I've reminded a lot of people of for the last several years now. When this early footage comes out, there's always several that look horrible, but they don't when the game launches. I remember Becky Lynch looking really bad in a trailer a few years ago, and then the game came out and she was fine. Charlotte Flair looked horrible, and then the game came out and she looked just like her. So it is not a baked product yet, guys. They're still working on it. So don't freak out if some of the models aren't what you expect them to be. Just seeing these four. And Captain Lou over there in the corner. Oh, by the way, Day 1 Raw Arena. Since they haven't done Day 1 in a couple of years, I'm surprised they put it in, but I guess it's going to be because of the showcase mode. I'm sure it ties into that. Oh, he borrowed it from up, up, down, down. That's where he got it from. Okay, fair enough. And Sika for the win. Dude, I cannot wait to get me some Samoans. All right, so here's one a lot of people are already whacking about is Naomi's face. It's like, guys, it's not done. Relax. I have a funny feeling she's going to look a whole lot better on March 7th. So Liv's entrance, they haven't really done much with that. Although, look at that ass. Oh, damn, they got that right. I think she looks good. They didn't do anything with her entrance different. And again, Naomi, I don't even think she looks that bad, to be honest with you. Yeah, it looks a little uncooked. But I have a feeling that when the game comes out, we'll see improvements. We do have the logos in the ring, which I kind of anticipated we would. The current Netflix Raw arena, I'll be shocked if it's in the game at launch, but I do think it'll come around later as DLC content. And it doesn't matter anyway, because Community Creations will have one out there. This, by the way, is a look at not just the Royal Rumble, but the co-ed Royal Rumble. Boys and girls going to play together. Jade Cargill, thank God for the long hair, because I could not stand the friggin' model they went with for 2K24. It's like she had short hair like once, and that's in the game. She's always had long hair in every famous moment in her career, whether it was AEW or WWE. And now we got Jey Uso entering the co-ed Rumble, as I refer to it. Oh, my God. Intergender matches, thank God they're back. And I got to, I'm not going to give AEW credit for much, but I do think the fact that their game had intergender and there was no blowback and nobody, started boycotting and picketing it and the world still went on as normal. I think when they saw that, they said, it's all right, put it back in. People maybe saw how much we liked those things that were being unlocked in the last year's game with the modders, and then they took it away from us. And I'm still hanging on to China, and I think Ronda Rousey as 2K24 intergender playable characters, just because in 2K24 there's no other way to get them. and you can't even download them anymore. So it is going to be a sad thing to not have the modding community interacting with the PS5 community. But at the same time, as I've reminded several people, dudes, we managed to get away without that for many, many, many years, decades, in fact. It's only been the last couple that we've had access to it. And yeah, it's been nice. I'm not going to lie. But we've always had the most incredible community content creators. And there will be new names that will rise to the top that are on console, that will find ways to do things that generally you didn't think you could do, or maybe just better than you could do it. So whatever you're going to want, you're going to get. Don't worry about it so much. And I'm still convinced that a lot of those mods is what led to a lot of the game crashes and things like that many people experienced. I know some people lost their entire save files, and God knows that's frustrating. I've lost a whole season and had to start over with the showcase because that was my last save was so many months earlier on the cloud. We got Samoans in the ring. All right, we're going to fast forward this a little bit. Alundra Blaze is official. Jacob Fatu's in there. Damn, Alundra kicking his ass. Not a good look. I'm guessing this is all going to be the one Rumble match. I didn't get to even watch it. As soon as I saw it, and I saw Albano, and I saw the Samoans, I said, I'm going live. Oh, tight. Nice. Walking the tightrope. I love it. So we got new moves in the game. Not a big surprise. We would expect there would be. And there are. And there is your winner, Xavier Woods. He's going to WrestleMania. So first impressions from just that alone, having the Samoans, having Captain Lou again. I'm an old school guy. The more of that stuff you put in, the more I'm loving it. So I'm loving it. I think that's going to be fun as hell. I've already got thoughts in my head of what I want to do on day one when this thing drops. I always have that little first match of the year thing. So, yeah, I'm kind of in that mode right now where I'm thinking, okay, first match of the year, what's it going to be? And I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to be here at midnight, and you'll find out. And if we're lucky, there'll be a clown around. You know what I'm saying. All right. Clown is here. Welcome, buddy. Was just about to go to bed. Yeah, there is a time difference. Saw you were on. Well, thank you for stopping by and saying good morning. Google Chrome. Are you the Google Chrome? Are you the guy? Because I need to talk to you. I hope Bull Nakano makes in WWE2K25. Yeah, she probably would be a DLC because she's going. What? She was already in the 8 Hall of Fame. Yes, yes. So it wouldn't surprise me. Andrew. The name's so nice you got to say it twice. Good morning to you. Just checking out some of the 2K25 early release content. The embargo lifted at midnight. I knew there would be video. I was shocked to see Captain Lou Albano, but so happy. Clown, I got to get to work. So you know what? You get some sleep. I'll get some work. I just wanted to talk 2K25 and look at this footage with you guys together. And we've done that. So it's going to be good stuff. I'm definitely getting the game. They got me again. It happens. But everything I've seen so far definitely looks like we're heading in the right direction. So for that reason, I am cautiously optimistic. I think that's the words I'm going to use. I'm going to say I'm cautiously optimistic because they've done messed up before. So I want to give them the opportunity to mess up again, if you know what I mean. Alrighty. Well, with that said, that brings this one to the end, and we are going to say goodbye for now. I'll be back on later, probably with more, because there's going to be more video footage, I'm sure, that pops up throughout the day, and I'll be trying to put that all together for us so we can watch it together and talk about it right here on You Know Where.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Wrestlechat. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe. See ya. Actually watched a little bit of AEW, not a lot. Just enough to remind me why I don't watch it. Oh, this is already funny. Just the headline. The list of moves and actions that are now banned from AEW or need to be approved by the company.
Maybe that's why Nash is pissed off, because he went for Rock and Austin and not try to duplicate him.
Well, it'd be easier to duplicate him. You only have to learn 5 moves.
Like you said, and we've all been saying, Tony Khan, you need a hierarchy, and he gets one, and then we make fun of it.
Because he's sitting back there talking about the Brock match, and finally we had a wrestling match. Finally we got 2 guys telling a story. They weren't outside in the ring the whole time. One of them
Was he not watching the same match as we were?
Yeah, those games, man, I would say, like, for me, like, the best ones, I would say, are, like, the ones where they try to get a certain, like, time.
This is my entire IT team right here on screen.